Beth declares war after Carter's abduction. Dutton Ranch Episode 9. Welcome back to the channel. Today we're breaking down one of the most explosive episodes of Dutton Ranch yet. Episode 9 raises the stakes for everyone on the ranch, bringing long-buried secrets into the open and ending with a decision that could change the future of every character. From the very beginning, the tension is impossible to ignore. Beth realizes that the conflict surrounding the ranch has grown into something much larger than a dispute over land or family loyalty. Powerful outside forces are now pulling the strings, and every decision carries life or death consequences. One of the biggest turning points is the truth surrounding Beulah. For much of the season, viewers have questioned her motives and whether she was protecting the ranch or hiding something much darker. Episode 9 finally gives more context to her choices. Rather than presenting her as simply a villain or a hero, the episode suggests that years of impossible decisions have trapped her in a dangerous situation. That revelation adds emotional weight and makes the conflict feel more complicated than ever. Meanwhile, Rip proves once again why he's one of the ranch's strongest defenders. Instead of reacting emotionally, he focuses on protecting the people around him and preparing for whatever comes next. His calm approach balances Beth's fiery determination, making them one of the series' most compelling partnerships. The episode also shows how quickly trust can disappear. Alliances that seemed solid earlier in the season begin to crack, and every character has to decide where their loyalty truly belongs. Those choices create an atmosphere where no one feels completely safe. As the danger grows, the story shifts from family drama into something much more intense. The ranch is no longer just a home, it's become the center of a conflict involving powerful criminal interests. That change dramatically raises the stakes and leaves viewers wondering who can survive what's coming. The emotional impact of the episode reaches another level when tragedy strikes one of the families connected to the ranch. The loss reminds everyone that the consequences are real, and it pushes several characters toward decisions they might never have made otherwise. But the moment that defines the finale is Carter's abduction. Rather than being just another shocking twist, it becomes the event that transforms Beth's entire outlook. Up until this point, she's been fighting to protect the people she loves. Now, Beth's declaration of war is about more than revenge. It's a promise that she won't allow fear to control her family. She understands that waiting for another attack isn't an option anymore, and that determination sets up an entirely new direction for the series. The closing moments leave viewers with plenty of questions. How far will Beth and Rip go to rescue Carter? Can the ranch survive an enemy with so much power and influence? And will the secrets revealed in Episode 9 bring the family closer together, or tear them apart? What makes this finale work so well is that it combines action with emotional storytelling. Every major twist is tied to the characters' relationships and the difficult choices they've made throughout the season. Instead of relying only on surprise moments, the episode builds toward an ending that feels earned. Looking ahead, the finale clearly sets the stage for an even bigger conflict. Beth's decision signals that the next chapter won't simply be about defending the ranch. It will be about taking the fight directly to those responsible for threatening her family. If the next season follows through on the promises made here, viewers can expect higher stakes, tougher decisions, and even more dramatic confrontations between the ranch and its enemies. What did you think of Episode 9? Was Beth right to declare war, or do you think there's still another way to save Carter? Share your thoughts in the comments below. If you enjoyed this recap and analysis, don't forget to like the video, subscribe to the channel, and turn on notifications so you never miss our latest Dutton Ranch recaps, ending explained videos, and predictions. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you in the next O. Throughout its first 8 episodes, Dutton Ranch built out the groundwork of Beth and Rip's new existence in Rio Paloma, Texas. However, nobody could have anticipated how challenging it would be to start over in a whole other state. Carter's rebellion has gotten considerably worse, which exacerbates the situation. But as if everything that has transpired in Dutton Ranch so far hasn't been wild enough, Sheridan's most recent series manages to salvage what may be the most intense episode of its existence to date. The last hour of its first season, El Padrino, formally establishes the framework for Beth and Rip's primary conflict going forward. 10 Petals' criminal enterprise collapses. The conclusion of two main stories is revealed in the penultimate episode of Dutton Ranch Season 1. First, Mariano's travel to Rio Paloma was prompted by Joaquin's call to his father regarding Beulah's choice of Rob Will as 10 Petals' heir rather than him. During this time, Beth and Rip discovered the Jacksons' illicit smuggling business through the most recent cattle cargo. Beth and Rip wanted to leave Beulah's business since they were understandably upset over not knowing the truth about it. Everything is currently in jeopardy in terms of how their cooperation will develop going forward, if it even exists at all. This, however, makes it evident that Annette Benning's grandmother isn't the hardened enemy that many think she is. It's evident from her confession to Everett that she truly wanted to leave her arrangement with Mariano, but she was unable to do so. Dutton Ranch's future course is altered by this development. First of all, if Beulah is speaking the whole truth, this changes the impression that she is the story's primary antagonist. She is also merely a victim in all of her situations, as has been proved. If it was up to her, she would have long left 10 Petals and ran away with Everett. Second, it establishes Mariano as Dutton Ranch's real nemesis, who is more terrifying than the show first portrayed him to be. Rip and Beth are against an entire criminal empire, not just a fellow rancher. The pair has a difficult task ahead of them due to his financial resources and workforce. Joaquin's murder of Rob Will crosses a line. Dutton Ranch was affected by Mariano's arrival in Rio Paloma. Joaquin's father moved immediately after receiving a single call, demonstrating the elder man's genuine concern for his son. Nevertheless, he also made it clear in their brief but intense talk that he thinks Beulah brought him up to be sensitive. This makes sense given Mariano's brutality. This is also the reason he forced him to kill Rob Will in order to cross a line. Joaquin killed his half-brother with just one shot, but by the time Orina discovered her father, her uncle had already driven off. One would think that Joaquin would find it easy to follow his father's dark path now that he has personally committed a crime. However, his response to Rob Will's murder may be revealing a different tale. He was obviously upset, even depressed, rather than elated on the thought of exacting revenge. This shows that while he was faithful to what Mariano desired, he wasn't wholly unscrupulous. That might all change, of course, because this crime could serve as his entry point to complete villainy, just as Yellowstone did for Jamie. His future in Dutton Ranch will be more fascinating, though, as we watch him resolve this internal conflict. Beth and Rip are being singled out by Mariano even though they are only in the midst of 10 Petals' dilemma. They made the audacious decision to confront the cartel rather than try to discreetly get out of the situation, given their manpower. Even if the two had a lot of opponents in Yellowstone, this one felt more threatening because of their location and, to be honest, their capacity to defeat Mariano and his business. Zachariah, Rip, Azul, and even Everett managed to repel the troops sent by Joaquin's father. Sadly, though, Mariano discovered Carter, the couple's weakness. As of right now, the kidnapping narrative line could go in any direction, but if he is ultimately saved, it might be the character's pivotal moment. Carter was acting out for hardly any reason at all during the first season of Dutton Ranch. Hopefully, he comes to his senses as he witnesses his adoptive parents doing everything in their power to win. Fire. What will happen next? Dutton Ranch Season 2 Predictions. After the explosive ending of Season 1, the future of Dutton Ranch has never looked more uncertain. While nothing has been officially confirmed, there are several major storylines that could shape the next season. Beth's revenge will reach a new level. Beth has never been one to forgive or forget. After everything her family has endured, she's likely to launch a ruthless campaign against everyone responsible. This time, she may be willing to sacrifice everything, including her own safety, to protect the ranch. Rip will become even more dangerous. Rip has always been the ranch's strongest protector, but the events of the finale could push him beyond his limits. Expect him to hunt down anyone threatening the Dutton family, leading to some of the most intense confrontations in the series. A new powerful enemy could arrive. Every season introduces a bigger challenge, and season May 2 feature a wealthy developer, political figure, or rival ranch owner determined to seize the Dutton land. This new villain could be smarter and more dangerous than anyone the family has faced before. Carter's future will change everything. After everything Carter has experienced, he may begin proving himself as an essential member of the ranch. His growing confidence could make him a future leader, but it may also put him directly in danger. Hidden family secrets may be revealed. The Dutton family has always kept dark secrets. Season 2 could uncover long-buried truths that completely change relationships and force difficult choices between loyalty and survival.